angler here, just out on a little after work adventure. It's absolutely hammering it down, but I'd bought my maggots and I'd set my heart on coming out today, so I'm out. I'm in my waterproofs. I hate cycling in my waterproofs, and yeah, so I'm a bit like knackered and a bit sweaty. I'm doing something a little bit different from what I've done for ages actually. I'm just going to come out, I'm going to fish the whip. I've got a 5-metre whip that I've had for years. It's an elasticated one. I got it off eBay many years ago. I've had loads of requests for whip fishing sort of the last year or so, and it's just something I never get round to, and I really enjoy it. Lovely simple fishing. I'm down the village pond, it's chock full of little roach and rudd, so got some maggots, just got some leftover ground bait. There are a few little carp and tension here as well, so you never know what we can get out, and I've got the elasticated one, so if there's anything a bit juicy, should be able to get it landed. And I'll talk you a bit more through the gear in a while, and I'm going to put this phone away now because it's getting covered in rain. So yeah, but fingers crossed we can get a couple. Well, that was just a speculative cast with a single red maggot. I've got one of these really weird, let's focus in now, one of them really weird, these are like a roach. There must be a genetic variant because that's got see-through gill plates, and this is the third one of these I've had out of this pond now, and it's not like it's been attacked or had all the scales scraped off by something. That is what they look like. Such a strange thing. It's like, I don't know if there's an ornamental or whatever, but it's, yeah, cracking little fish. Lovely. There you go, guys, cracking little rudd there, absolutely lovely little fish, just on a single white maggot. Oh, that was another rudd there, guys. Well, I don't think we're going to be stretching the elastic with these guys. Another little tiny rudd there, but it's good fun. Lovely, it's a little roach there, guys. He went absolutely mad. And the beauty of fishing with the little whip is you feel every little twang of it as they sort of wriggle around. It really reverberates down the pole. It's good fun. Oh, wow. Well, it's another one of those weird roach things. I mean, it's such a weird genetic variation or coloration. I've never seen anything like it. I'll have to do some Googling when I get back. If I find anything, I'll put some links in the description. But a couple of people suggested these were bitterlings, but they're definitely not bitterlings. They are roach of some description. Even the eye isn't that orange. Really weird looking thing. Well, it's teeming with these tiddlers, guys. You can tell there's a lack of predators in here. I've not had a perch out of here, and I've heard no tell of pike or anything. So I think, yeah, it lets the fry have the run of the place, which I don't know if that's generally good for the biodiversity or not. Ooh. And it's another one of them weird fish. They're almost transparent. You can see this one, you can actually see all its guts sort of trailing around inside it. It's such a strange thing, it really is. Ever so slightly better one there, guys. That was just on a single hemp seed. I picked out the ground bait and just sort of, you know, slid the hook into the crack of the seed, and yeah, resulting in a slightly better fish. I'm fishing a little bit shallower than I would normally be as well, just because I didn't get any bites for the first sort of few minutes on fishing right down near the bottom. So I've come up near the surface because I could see a few sort of fish moving, and I've been fly fishing here and had lots of fish right near the surface obviously fly fishing. So but yeah, I'm obviously being plagued by the tiddler, so what I might end up doing is feeding a bit more ground bait, and then once that's kind of built a little bed at the bottom, then I'll deepen up again and see if I can pick out the better fish, maybe feeding on the bottom. Beautiful colours on that rudd there, really greeny colours on him. Lovely little fish. Oh, this is a better one. Oh, lovely. Lovely rudd there. That was just on a caster. Absolutely fantastic. That's definitely the best fish of the day. It's not a whopper by any means, only a small one really, but he's lovely. And I don't know if you can make that out, but he's got all the little bumps on him from the spawning. I didn't realise Rudd got that. I thought it was bream, but there, you can just about make them out there. I'll take a picture, see if I can get him to come out and show you. Little bit of a better rudd there. Still only a small one. That was just on a caster. That's a funny little roach. There's almost no colour to his fins or his eye at all. Yeah, there's some funny old mixes in this pond. I wonder if they've been here so long they're all interbred and genetically mutated. Lovely proper roach there, lovely orange eye on him, really nice one. Not a whopper, but absolutely brilliant fun. Oh. Now that is a lovely roach there. Again, not a whopper, but probably the best roach I've had, and that was just a red and a white maggot. Absolutely brilliant. I think I saw him just break the surface as I sort of flicked him out. Absolutely lovely fish. Beautiful orange eye on him. Fantastic. That is a proper golden rod there. Absolutely beautiful golden sheen on him. Another normal roach there. They're not massive, but they're really good nick. They're absolutely fin perfect, scale perfect, beautiful sheen on them. The ones that are normal anyway, and then you get these weird looking genetic variants, I guess, but these are lovely. Well, sometimes I think I must be mad, guys. I'm sat in the rain. It's getting dark now. I was thinking, I didn't realise how late it is. Time's absolutely flown. I thought, oh, it's getting really gloomy. It must be because the weather it's been cloudy. I mean, it's rained non-stop all day since about lunchtime, so I don't really know why I expected it any different. It was supposed to blow over by about 7 o'clock, so I thought I was only going to have an hour and a half of rain. But anyway, that hasn't quite happened. It's still just solidly tipping it down. And I didn't bring a brolly. I don't really generally use a brolly because it's another thing to carry on the bike. So, but I've got my waterproof trousers and this on, and these are really waterproof. I'm dry, you know, underneath all this, like, I'm bone dry, so I can't really complain. And I'd rather be out here in the rain catching little fish and having fun than sat at home. Well, God knows what I'd be doing if I sat at home watching something naff on Netflix or getting annoyed by the comments on Facebook groups or something. So I'm gonna have a go at is well, I'll just show you the what I'm using, really, the rig, for want of a better word. And then I've got a little secret weapon with me that I might have a little play with, just for a bit of fun, but we'll see how we get on. Right, so this is the pole I'm using. It's, I think it was about 12 or 13 quid about 10 years ago. I think I actually might have bought it for the ex-Mrs. Budget Angler, when she used to go fishing, because it was just easier for her to deal with, although I can't quite remember now. But it's elasticated one, so it was great, and I've used it since. I think I used it on a couple of videos a couple of years ago, fishing a commercial for some carp, and that was good fun. So it's a 5 metre. I mean, that's all there is. The brand is grand slam advance, so obviously it's a cheapie. It collapses down to about 1.5 meters. It's reasonably light. I mean, I'm not used to it actually. My wrist's aching because I'm not used to just, you know, fishing like this. I haven't done it for ages, so that's a bit of a pain. I'll just show you the business end. So I'm not using what you consider a conventional pole float. This is something I made myself. It's a little balsa body with a bit of kebab skewer running through it. I actually made it for fishing the rivers, just like a little short, tiny little stubby float to trot down the shallow bits, or water's just run down my sleeve. And it's just 2 BB weights it down to the tip, and I'm just fishing this. The line is £5 mono down to £3 mono with a size 18 hook at the bottom that I'm just fishing with maggots, and that's really all I'm using. I mean, the beauty of fishing like with a pole or whatever is you can rig these up for the water, so I know the depth now and I'll be able to make a few rigs up and keep them, so if I want to come back and do this again, great for kids. You ain't got to worry about the reel. You can keep it in the back of your car. I don't know why I don't do more of this really, because I'm actually really enjoying myself despite the weather. This is actually a really nice way to fish. And I don't feel like I'm missing the rod and reel, to be honest. So yeah, I should have done more of this. So thank you to everyone who requested me to do a whip fishing video. I would have liked to have had something a bit more exciting than the tiddlers. Although for tiddlers, I think they're a reasonable stamp of budget angler tiddler. Anyway, I've got a little secret weapon to try now, so we'll have a bit of fun with that. Yes. Well, as the light's fading, guys, lovely little golden rod there, and that just came on a, I suppose you'd call it a fake maggot. It's a trout magnet mini, if you've not seen my previous video on that. But I'm just fishing it under my little stubby float and just kind of jiggling it around, and yeah, it's worked. Every time sort of I chuck in a few maggots or whatever, the fish go mad, and you can just drop this in and they go for it. And I was hoping some of the bigger ones might be a bit more tempted by it than the small ones, but nothing yet. So I'll have another couple of casts. Oh, that's better. That is a lovely rod there, absolutely fantastic. Not a massive one by any stretch, but one of the better stamper fish. And there you go, just goes to show, just cutting through with something artificial really does pay dividends. I'm chuffed with that, brilliant little fish. Well, guys, that weren't a bad little session. Just filming it a couple of days later now. As I was leaving the pond, I fell off my bike, slipped on a bit of wooden edging between two paving. The back wheels sort of slid in the wet, and I fell off and landed on the handlebars and really bruised my ribs. So that sort of left me not feeling like filming much of an outro as we left. But all in all, it's a really good session. Really, really pleased I went out and tried the whip. Shame we didn't get anything sort of bigger, which I'm sure they're in there, but it was great fun. Really, really nice to catch some decent hand-sized roach, you know, and I haven't fished with hemp for ages either, so I'm definitely going to go back just to really, really try with the hemp and target those fish properly. And same with the casters as well for the rod, absolutely fantastic. Really, really nice quality of fish as well. The ones that you're catching are always in really, really good nick and really sort of fresh and fin perfect, so that's really nice. Also, sort of look out for some up and coming videos. I've joined 2 local angling clubs, which are both pretty cheap compared to another one I was looking at. There's some crazy prices for clubs around here. There's one, I think it was 300 odd quid, which is just, you know, and you only get a couple of lakes and that are okay, and a little bit of river. I'm not sure why it's so expensive, to be honest. I think it's just kind of the name of it, and because you get a bit of the River Lee, which obviously is quite a, you know, an iconic river around here for fishing. But yeah, so I have joined a couple of clubs. I went and recce'd one of the waters today, and it's an associated water that's, you know, quite difficult to fish, but it was really beautiful woodland setting, so that was nice. And while I was on the way back, I got stopped by someone at Broxbourne Station who recognised me from the channel, and I said I'd give him a shout out. So shout out to you, Steve, and shout out to your son Christy, who you said also watches the channel, so thanks for coming over and saying hello. I don't think I've got anything more to say on that whip fishing video, so hopefully you've enjoyed that as much as I enjoyed making it. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers, guys. Fish on.